Some players in Classic WoW are busy slaying epic bosses like Nefarian and Thunderan and Hakar. Others are dominating in battlegrounds and topping the kill leaderboards. And maybe you're just going for the more relaxed route of picking some herbs and getting wildly rich. Either way, we can all learn from these 5 tips to maximize your fun and really improve your gameplay too. I've got the secrets to alts, I've got the solutions to all your financial problems, I've even got a brand new way to play the game. Let's dive into the ultimate secrets to really improve your gameplay. First, we've got to talk about how alts are the best thing ever. Making an alt, it's going to improve your fun, it's going to improve your gameplay in every conceivable way. This is really the best time ever to play that class that you've always been scared of. For me, I've always wanted to main tank bosses like Ragnaros and Nefarian, but I've always been too nervous, too worried I might wipe the raid. The thing is, you've got to think every single group is desperate for tanks right now. You can be the hero of your group. See, Phase 5 is really secretly a catch-up phase. We've got raids like ZG just printing loot. So much bonus loot from BWL and the end chests as well. You can level up an alt incredibly fast using the 150% XP bonus, goes all the way to level 60. People are boosting characters for free, you can really take advantage right now. I got all the way to level 20 on a mage without paying a single gold. And let's say you want to get a character to 60 but you can't find any leveling boosts. There are add-ons like Guideline, completely for free. You can level up to 60 super fast. Literally, you're getting a level in less than 30 minutes every time. Also, don't forget, in Season of Discovery specifically, you can get runes at a really early level like Star Surge that just drastically speed up your leveling and make it way more fun. This phase, to make leveling even faster for mana users, they added some ring runes like a 5 MP5 rune and a 26 healing power rune, and you could actually mail these to your level 1 alts. Even better, if you've done the Waylaid supply crates, you can send rings to level 1 characters and put the ring runes on, and be really strong at level 1. Also, you've got the mailable Onyxia attunement, and with instant mail, this is just so much better. I would really like to see if everybody watching this video, we all made an alt that we're scared of doing, for me a Feral Druid for main tanking raids, and we all just kind of check in and try to motivate each other for progress. So another tip that has really improved my gameplay is that professions will really solve all your financial problems. Professions like alchemy are insanely easy to level. Plus, some of the most valuable recipes like the flask recipes, you can just get these from Tarnished Undermine Reals. Just running level 48 and higher dungeons, you're going to be able to unlock all these valuable recipes. Then there are professions like engineering that are really just printing money right now. I noticed in BWL that everybody needed a repair all the time, but the repair vendor is just so far away, so I've been making repair bots and selling them. The recipe to get repair bots is super easy to get in Blackrock Depths, but the important part is the fused wiring, the most expensive component. You can actually just make and drop target dummies and loot them to get the fused wiring, and it's a trick nobody seems to know because it really is making me a lot of money. But the real biggest trick to professions is to really think about all the consumes you use in every raid. We're talking the grilled squid, the goblin sappers, the repair bots, everything your guild is using. Better yet, you can check the WoW Sims link below the video, and that's going to show you all the different classes, exactly which consumes they use, and that's a great way to figure out exactly which professions to lock in on. So another tip that has really helped me is that farming 2.0 is really the future. One of the biggest problems in Classic is we all need that money, but old school farming, it's just not working for most of us. You go out and you farm herbs and they're unfortunately only worth 50 silver each, you barely make any profit. Or you go out and you farm flame sacks for hours, but the problem is you oversaturate the market, nobody buys the items, the price crashes. Farming 2.0 is farming with data. It's farming with game knowledge. It's farming in ways that generate you the most money for the very least effort. I'm talking things like logging out your alts in the blasted lands, so you can easily loot the Grom's blood on the ground when you log back in. Farming 2.0 is also efficiency focused, so combining farms, things like getting righteous orbs from Stratholme, but also combining that with the Tarnished Undermine Reals to get supply crates. And Farming 2.0 is also bringing the fun back, because most people find gold farming to be pretty boring. Things like having a fun guild night with the boys to farm Frostmaw Echoes, which are worth like 13 gold each right now, a crazy high amount. Or you could have a night of ZG trash farming, pumping out bijous, getting your guild closer together while making a ton of money too. Farming 2.0 is also about using data and the tools too that are at your disposal. Things like JP Worgen to scout out items like Blasted Boar Lung. Seeing an item like Blasted Boar Lung being way less priced in Alliance way more volume. So you can have your alliance friend, for example, trade you some on the neutral auction house to make a bunch of money. Then another tip that is really helping me, not only did I completely fix my key bindings, but I've also figured out a way to play in the most relaxed way possible. In a game like Classic, where it feels like nothing really ever changes, one thing Blizzard has done is really improve the key binding in the game. For one thing, controllers are finally built into the game. So if you've got that old PS4 controller, the old Xbox controller, you can easily integrate these into the game. It's amazing for things like Ultrarak Valley in bed, farming in bed. I'll put the command to enable gamepads below the video, and also a link to an add-on called Console Port. It really makes setting up your controller key bindings way easier. And another game changer for me was when I finally started using an MMO mouse, and it really made it much easier to access all my abilities. All I had to do was set up 12 hotkeys, so in my case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, R, F, T, G, caps lock, Q, E. So those 12 hotkeys are then multiplied when I use Shift, when I use Control, when I use Alt. So I'm able to get 48 different key bindings. Then if you have a 12-button MMO mouse, it is really easy to mirror that directly onto the mouse. If you want to really be able to set up your key bindings easily though, you've probably seen the quick keybind feature. The problem is it is missing in Classic. Two alternatives exist though. First is LVUI. If you use the /KB feature, you can quick keybind just like in retail. Then there's another feature called Fast Bind, which really does the same thing, and I highly recommend that as well. Then another game-changing tip I really recommend is to fully understand travel. Everything about Classic is about slowly traveling around the game world, so the more tips you can chain together, the better. For one, I've recently fallen in love with the Booty Bay Hearthstone location. Nova World Buffs always tells me whenever a ZG buff is dropping, so all I have to do is Hearth back and I always snipe the buff. Then because I did the No More Gun Helmet questline, I can really quickly access Feralis, so I have this instant access to the Feralis flight path. What makes that so good is that I have instant access to Thunderant as well. Then there's another really OP travel tip, which is the Dungeon Hearthstone trick. You can either just type random letters and invite a character, and then immediately leave that non-existent character's party. Or you can use the command I'll link below the video, and it'll immediately start the timer to Hearth out of the dungeon. The real forgotten tip though is the Gnomish and the Goblin teleporters. Super underrated, and it'll only get better with AQ40 coming up as well. So I want to see you guys out there leveling new alts, the ones you've always been afraid of. I want to see you guys really taking advantage of the profession system to make incredible profit. And I want to see you guys not buying gold, but employing Farming 2.0 to get the most out of farming and really maximize your efficiency. And hopefully you'll take advantage of the new key binding features, whether a controller or an MMO mouse, and of course taking advantage of all the different travel solutions to maximize your efficiency when you're going around the game world. Let me know your favorite Classic WoW tip, smash that like button, and subscribe if you want more insider secrets in the future.